All right, Lions fans, I'm here again. This is your guy. I'm not a Lions fan, but I want to do a quick little video. I was listening to the press conference, the live press conference of Matt Patricia going into the regular, approaching the regular season, and he gave some interesting takes about Adrian Peterson coming here and actually what I'm going to uh, continue this video on is based upon Adrian Peterson and his impact to this team. And of course, he was talking about not he mentioned not being able to practice or as much as they normal because of the space and everything else for health reasons, as well as preseasons being wiped out. And you know he made an interesting point, which was a point that I was going to take. He said, well, look at it as like, majority of teams, when they're going approaching preseason, by the third game, they're doing very vanilla anyway. So they're not really showing you much scheme, much anything. It basically, it's like to knock the cobwebs off during the off season. The pro rep to see what you have for week number one. But you really don't get too much in the preseason. So for any fans saying like the Lions is not going to be able to practice in the preseason or getting those reps and all that for the young, yeah, it just it's really literally it's just basically it's like the first week of going back to school. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you really don't know what you're getting yourself into in terms of the wake up drill and you just know you got the drilling going because the season is approaching. So that's why I think preseason is pretty much is all about. But I want to harp on Adrian Peterson real quick about the connection combination between Matthew Stafford and Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson in his career, in his what you want to say, his legendary career, in the midst of all that, he has never had a good quarterback. I'm sorry if you call anybody a good quarterback over there in Minnesota, Arizona, wherever else that he went. No, Washington, no. No one has ever been a good quarterback in comparison to Matthew Stafford, and we're going to say the exact same thing but reversed to as in Matthew Stafford has never had a good running back like an Adrian Peterson. Now it's interesting because they both are at the point of their career. They're at the end of their career. Peterson came in with Calvin Johnson, so Matthew Stafford has saw Peterson a few times. You know what I'm saying? So, but with that being said, they get a chance to bounce off of each other off the field. Do you understand? Like this is the first year that Matthew Stafford finally has his big brother on the team. Between I'm going to say it again, between Trufant, Danny Shelton, Deron Harmon, Jamie Collins, Trey Flowers, um, as well as you can say on the other side, you got Amendola, you have, and now you have Adrian Peterson, AP. So he he finally has his big brother on the team versus him being the big brother. Like I said, Matthew Stafford does not have to carry the team. Matthew Stafford is in a position for the team to carry him. All Matthew Stafford have to do is master Matthew Stafford. And by all accounts of all the situation that he have been through and unfortunate situations they have been through during the offseason, dealing with his wife and so forth, and the false accusations of him being positive for COVID, or whatever. In all that he's been through, I think he is most matured for this position that this to lead this player personnel, to lead this team. And I'm saying the Super Bowl. And Matthew Stafford doesn't have to do much. I will put him in a comparison to uh, Dallas Cowboys back when they had Troy Aikman. I could put him in that game management, but the horses basically were Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin. Dave Novacek played a part. The offensive line definitely played a part. The defense played a part. But your two horses was Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin. They was the mouthpiece for the team. So now finally, I believe Matthew Stafford finally has his Michael Irvin and his Emmitt Smith on his team. Now, this team is actually assembling to be great because you got a combination of vets. Now, Matt Patricia made this comment also in the video. I'm sorry, in the video conference. about that the players that the vets that he has coached as a linebacker coach, etc. When he was with New England, and they made him a better player. He said coaching the players like Junior Seau and Tom Brady and those Hall of Fame players. He said they made him a better coach. I don't since Patricia. This is Patricia's third year. The first 2 years, I don't think anybody pushed him to greatness. There's only a few on the team that pushed him. Matthew Stafford was one that pushed him, that made him better. But everybody else was into themselves or haven't even discovered themselves yet. They were just, excuse me, I don't want to say tag-alongs, but they was this there. But you finally got a group of guys that actually is going to push the best out of the coach. You got coordinators that's going to push the best out of the coach. The coach doesn't need to be comfortable, and I think he was comfortable the first 2 years, even though he was learning on the job. But in his sense of accountability, he now is being pushed to that. Never mind the whole mandate that they got to go to the playoffs, and never mind who the new owner is. All that is out there. Man, that's hogwash. Take that somewhere else. But the fact is that he finally got a group of players that he respect. Matthew Stafford probably was the only guy that he legitimately respect on his team. Of course, of course, you could say Trey Flowers and Amendola and a few guys that he coached that he brought over here. Yeah, but this group at one time, and once again, can I say it again? Danny Shelton, Trey Flowers, Jamie Collins, Deron Harmon, Trufant, yeah, and definitely AP. You got these vets on this team that you accumulated this year. Man, this team is going to the Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl. It's NFC title game, Super Bowl. That's it. Winning the division is nothing. That's nothing. But I just want to chime in about that. And of course, I went on a little bit too far as normal with my rant. I get excited for this development of this orchestration, or how they are putting this team, assembling this team together. I just, it will blow me away if it's announced that somehow they get Von Miller. That would blow me away. That it don't cost them anything but draft picks and maybe a player. Maybe a Julian Okoye or something like that, somebody young. But if I can get, oh man. But anyway, all right, Lions fan, that's my take. I salute.